I was born and raised on the ranch down here in southeast Arizona, and last year I graduated high school, but since I could remember I was riding before I could even walk and working right alongside my family. And growing up as a ranch kid presented its own set of challenges, but the border situation has been a challenge for everybody down here, and it's been a struggle throughout my life, but being able to work with my family and work through our problems related to the border has taught me a lot of life lessons, and I think I'm actually kind of lucky that I'm able to be involved in this kind of life and be able to do all that we can to preserve our way of life. Being a ranch kid, of course, I'm heavily involved in the beef industry and beef cattle in general, but I'm also really passionate about cooking and culinary, and I'm in the process of finishing up my own cookbook, so that's a really exciting project that my family's proud of and I'm proud of, and I hope that I can tie in culinary arts with beef cattle and our ranching business and make that a big part of my life. They say there's two sides to every story, and there's a particular story that Bear tells about me, but there's definitely a second side to that. The way I saw it was his first time riding a mule, and we were riding in the mountains one day, and it was freezing cold. The wind was blowing, there was ice on our faces, and it was miserable, but the wind was blowing so hard that my hat blew off several times. The first time, before I could even think about what to do, I turned around and I saw my hat blow by Bear, and he was already off his mule going to get it for me. And being the gentleman that he was, the next 6 or 7 times that my hat blew off, he was already off getting it for me, bringing it back, making sure I was all right. But we talked to him the next day, once we were all warm, of course, and he said between borrowing my gloves that morning after showing up without any, jumping off his mule to get my hat, which warmed his feet up, and wearing my hat for the rest of the day on top of his plain old straw hat, I probably saved his life. And you know what? I think he ought to be a little bit more grateful for that